Shakur Stevenson just secured another victory. But at what cost? The fighter faced a chorus of boos as he delivered yet another lackluster performance. Even after a successful title defense, the negative reception has deeply affected Stevenson, prompting him to drop a bombshell announcement. He's considering retirement. Let's delve into the details. Stevenson's recent title defense was meant to be a showcase of his full potential, particularly after voicing frustration over what he saw as inadequate promotion by Top Rank. He vowed to deliver a spectacular performance for his home crowd in New Jersey, hoping to prove he deserved bigger fights. However, the bout fell short of the hype. Arden Harutunian, Stevenson's opponent, was clearly outmatched from the outset. Harutunian's straightforward, aggressive style seemed like an easy challenge for Stevenson. Fans expected Stevenson to dominate and finish the fight quickly, but that didn't happen. Despite being outmatched, Harutunian managed to hold his own in the ring. His aggressive approach should have been something Stevenson could easily handle, but instead of delivering a decisive and thrilling victory, the fight turned out to be less exciting than anticipated, leaving fans disappointed. Stevenson's overly defensive strategy prevented the fight from becoming the showcase many had hoped for. While he managed to secure the win, it wasn't the kind of performance that would boost his popularity or solidify his standing as a top contender in the eyes of boxing fans. The lackluster nature of the fight led to boos from the audience, a rare and disheartening reaction for a homecoming bout. The fight was far from a straightforward victory, despite what two of the scorecards suggested. Stevenson appeared slow and sluggish at the start, losing the first 4 rounds and possibly the 9th. It was a very close fight, almost surprisingly so. Stevenson's overly defensive approach cost him those early rounds, making the match tighter than expected. In the aftermath, the impact of being booed off stage has evidently hurt Stevenson. His post-fight announcement about considering retirement has sent shockwaves through the boxing community. Stevenson's career, marked by high expectations and undeniable talent, now faces an uncertain future. Fans and analysts alike are left pondering what lies ahead for the young champion who, despite his victories, seems to be grappling with the weight of unmet expectations and public scrutiny. This recent bout underscores the challenges Stevenson faces in balancing his defensive prowess with the need to deliver compelling performances that captivate and satisfy his audience. The question now is whether Stevenson will overcome this setback or step away from the sport altogether. In the aftermath, the impact of being booed off stage has evidently hurt Stevenson. His post-fight announcement about considering retirement has sent shockwaves through the boxing community. Stevenson's career, marked by high expectations and undeniable talent, now faces an uncertain future. Fans and analysts alike are left pondering what lies ahead for the young champion who, despite his victories, seems to be grappling with the weight of unmet expectations and public scrutiny. This recent bout underscores the challenges Stevenson faces in balancing his defensive prowess with the need to deliver compelling performances that captivate and satisfy his audience. The question now is whether Stevenson will overcome this setback or step away from the sport altogether. Stevenson hesitated to throw punches and allowed his opponent to land shots. Once he finally got into the fight, it was too late. He appeared slow and sluggish at the start, losing the first 4 rounds and possibly the 9th. It was a very close fight, almost surprisingly so, and Stevenson's overly defensive approach cost him those early rounds. He hesitated to throw punches and allowed his opponent to land shots. Once Stevenson finally got into the fight, he began to dominate, but it took him too long to wake up and take control. The fight turned out to be a dull affair, causing the audience to boo Stevenson. Many fans even left the venue before the main event concluded, and Stevenson did not take that lightly. Friends and family had to calm him down after the fight as he kept repeating, "I will retire." But getting booed after winning a fight is not a good look for any fighter, let alone for a young champion. Social media buzzed with reactions from boxing fans worldwide. One person criticized Stevenson, saying he should be ashamed of his performance. Another fan noted that people started leaving during the 11th round when it was clear that Stevenson was going to win and Harutyunyan was just trying to survive the last few rounds. Some fans compared the incident to former UFC bantamweight champion Aljamain Sterling. Others defended Stevenson, calling his performance flawless and arguing that those who prefer knockouts shouldn't attend boxing events. If Stevenson changes his mind about retirement, he should aim for big money fights against top opponents like Vasily Lomachenko or Gervonta Tank Davis. However, if he starts as slowly as he did in this fight, he won't last long against them. He needs to be more aggressive and proactive from the beginning to stand a chance in these high-stakes matchups. The problems with Shakur Stevenson's fighting style became clear when the crowd in New York started leaving after the 11th round. This is a real puzzle for boxing fans. Stevenson is incredibly talented and has excellent defense, but he is not exciting to watch. Boxing is all about putting on a show and giving fans what they want to see. While everyone agrees that Stevenson is a world-class fighter, he unfortunately doesn't deliver the excitement that fans crave. Let's take a look at how the fight unfolded. The fight started cautiously for Shakur Stevenson, who was coming off a controversial co-main event. He seemed hesitant in the opening round, though landing many punches. He held back, likely feeling out his opponent. The second round remained slow with neither fighter taking significant risks, contributing to the audience's growing frustration. During a recent fight, Shakur Stevenson faced off against Artem Harutyunyan in Newark, New Jersey. Stevenson, known for his defensive style, started the match by landing significant punches and continuously backing up while Harutyunyan tried to take control. Despite Harutyunyan's attempts, his attacks were not very effective. The hometown crowd in Newark noticeably booed as Stevenson remained on the defensive. He managed to land a couple of quick jabs, bringing some cheers, but Harutyunyan countered effectively by the end of the round. Statistically, Stevenson had landed more punches, with a total of 19 to Harutyunyan's 10. As the fight progressed into the fourth round, Stevenson started to heat up and became more aggressive. Harutyunyan focused on body shots, but Stevenson began to take control after a quiet first 3 rounds. Finding his rhythm, Stevenson likely won 3 of the first 4 rounds. By the 5th round, Stevenson continued his aggression and stopped backing up as he did earlier. Harutyunyan fought back, but Stevenson was landing more punches, with a total of 21 compared to Harutyunyan's 8.